Hi, I am Alicia. You discovering my channel is no accident. I'm a nutritional herbalist and master energy healer at the Energy Healing Channel. The Energy Healing Channel was created to clarify information on topics such as Reiki being a healing modality, and honestly, what is it really doing during and after a session? I'll cover other major crisis topics on Reiki for cancer, chakras and organ health, herbalism, nutritional Ayurveda for cancer, just to name a few. If these and similar healing topics are something you struggle with, you are in the right place. Hi, welcome to the Energy Healing Channel. This is Alicia, and if this is your first time here and you've watched some of my videos and you like the content, but you still have questions, your question hasn't been answered yet, go ahead and leave some comments below with your question, and I will look them over and get those answered for you. While you're down there, go ahead and also click the like button and also hit the bell notification so that anytime I update, with a new video, you'll get notifications. So jumping right into the video, today's video is going to be what is Reiki, first of all, and then how does it work. So sometimes it can get really jumbled and confusing because there is a spiritual aspect to it, but then there's also a medical aspect to it as well. So it's closely related to acupuncture and acupressure. And massage as well. Let's not forget massage, because they're all dealing with the body's meridians and energy centers in a sense. Acupuncture and acupressure are a little more closer related because it is dealing directly with the same energy pathways that a Reiki therapist is using while they're sending Reiki. And I'm going to switch over in a few to some pictures, and we're going to have a bit of a discussion showing you how on the face there are corresponding points on the face that connect to our organs. There's also our hands, the palms of our hands. Also, there are organ correlations and things like that. And also our ears and our feet. So we're gonna jump over to the computer in a moment, but I just wanted to start off with the fact that we live in a world that is energy based. So power and energy are naturally generated here. We actually get most of our energy from the sun, right? And then our bodies themselves actually generate the energy, that we need as well. Of course, we get energy from our food, and things like that, but our main source of energy is actually within us. And a lot of people, I come across, they're like, I'm tired, I'm low on energy, and how do I fix that, or how do I resolve that problem? A lot of times people are drinking a bunch of coffee, they're drinking energy drinks and things like that, but if they only really knew their body and how each chakra, aka organ, so each chakra is actually an organ. And if they actually knew their body and how it actually functioned, they wouldn't need any of that stuff, causing financial distress, because I was a coffee drinker, like I'm not knocking it, but it was definitely some money being shelled out for that coffee, especially if you don't make it at home. And so that's one point that I wanted to make. And then also that, our organs are power centers. So if one of your organs is not functioning correctly, then you're going to have issues in a different part of your body. So, for example, your solar plexus, it correlates with the planets the sun and Mars, and that those two planets regulate and generally function over, or govern is actually a better word, the bones, your heart, spleen. So there's energy pathways that actually go from, the solar plexus to that part of your body. And so, like I said, we're going to jump over here in a moment to the computer so that I can give you more of a visual, because I know some people are more visual people. So I want to actually show you a lot of this information. If you search for it online, you kind of have to like put the pieces together. So my aim with this video is to have it compacted into one source so that you can actually see, like, okay, this organ correlates to these parts of the body. I have been having this thigh pain going on. Maybe it's this chakra that's out of balance. And, with Reiki, a lot of times, like one of my teachers, she told me, if you can't do a full session where you're doing like a full body session, at least do the head, because the head has all of the organs connected to it. So especially the face, the ears, the top of the head, and the back of the head, and like the neck, this area here. So let's go ahead and hop over and let's see what we got going on inside. Okay, so our solar plexus is correlated and connected to the sun and the planet Mars. They govern the bones, heart, spleen, the bowels, which is like our digestive area, the head, stomach, the right eye, our joints, the bladder, kidney function, and red blood cell. The third eye is correlated to the moon, and it regulates or governs the blood, breast, brain memory, left nostril, esophagus, left eye, body fluids, renal and lymphatic ducts, and our intestines. Our ground or earth star chakra, which is located in our feet, correlates to the earth, or is connected to earth, and it is governing the marrow, muscular system, arms, genitals, left cerebral hemisphere, and our neck. Okay, so the sacral chakra correlates to the planet Jupiter, and it governs the nerves, our right cerebral hemisphere, cerebrospinal system, bronchial tubes, our ears, the nose, the navel, the thighs, fat, brain, liver, and lungs. Our throat correlates to the planet Mercury, and it governs our circulation, speech-related problems, mouth, tongue, hands, and part of the digestive system, and also the nerves. Our heart center chakra is correlated to the planet Venus, and it's responsible or governs semen in a man, our reproductive systems, the uterus and ovaries, eyes, throat, chin, cheeks, neck, skin, and venereal diseases. The root chakra is correlated to the planet Saturn. It governs our hair, teeth, bones, joints, rheumatism, asthma, lung disorders, skin diseases, tuberculosis, cancer, and spleen disorders. Our crown chakra correlates to the planet Uranus, which governs intuitive intellect, our calves, ankles, distribution of fluids, and circulation. And there's two others that aren't really planets per se, but they do have a little bit to do with what goes on with some of the planets and our body. So the first one is called Rahu, which is the north node of the moon, and it correlates or governs the pituitary glands all over the body. Okay, and then the second one, the name is Ketu, which it correlates directly with the pineal gland. Okay, and this one, it is in balance with some planets and is out of balance with others. So generally it's in balance with Mercury, Venus, and Saturn. With Jupiter, it actually has more of a neutral relationship, so it doesn't bother those body parts as much. But when it comes to the Sun, Moon, and Mars, it's definitely, they do not sync well together. Okay, so Ketu is also considered responsible for moksha, self-realization, a wavering nature, restlessness, the endocrine system, and a slender physique. Okay, so when we fully understand the build of our body and that we have energy pathways from head to toe, then when explaining what Reiki is doing or how it works is a lot easier. So basically, like I've said in other videos, the day of your session, the Reiki practitioner will prepare themselves. Many times they'll do a type of meditation. They will also set the tone and vibration of the room. They may have some music playing, or they actually might play live music with singing bowls and other types of instruments. Once they've done that, they will more than likely guard themselves in a sense. For me, whenever I'm preparing for a session, I ground the room to make sure it's safe, a safe space. I also ground myself, and I also protect my aura and protect myself really from taking on energy that I'll be helping the person release by placing the symbols, certain symbols in my aura, and then also utilizing the technique of a protection rose. I actually would do more than one protection rose because depending on what the person's dealing with and depending on what surfaces, I need whatever they're releasing to just go down the grounding cord that I've actually placed on the room. And so with starting at the head, as you saw, there's different areas on the face. And so by placing my hands, over the face, over the head, over the ears, behind the head, a lot of people really like that. It's kind of reminds them of being cradled as a baby, and so that really helps a person to relax and things like that. But there's some major meridians back there that can get blocked, and so starting with the head, making sure that the head is fully given a good amount of Reiki really helps to send that signal to that organ or chakra to let it know, hey, we're flushing out, we're releasing, let go of what's not needed. And with the chakras, they're actually multi-dimensional themselves. So there's actually, I believe it's, don't quote me because I'm kind of drawing a blank, but I believe it's 12 layers or something like that within the chakras themselves. So negative energy gets stuck in there, trauma gets stuck in there, negative emotions, negative thoughts, negative, just anything that is out of balance with you will get stuck in there. A lot of times we put it there and we'll put it there and forget about it and like go on about our day, but at the end of the day, we actually, it may surface and cause some type of emotional response and things like that. But all in all, like I said, whenever that chakra is out of balance with the others, because they're supposed to be moving and vibrating in a certain direction and at a certain frequency. Now, if one of them's like over here, like low vibing and not really distributing the proper frequency and the proper energy, then it just throws everything out of sync. I don't know if you've ever heard of if you've listened to a live band and someone's instrument was not tuned. You hear that a lot with like acoustic or even orchestra. I play the violin, and so, having your strings in tune ensures that you do not stick out when a performance is going on, because if somebody's out of tune, you can definitely hear it right off of the bat. And so what Reiki is doing is helping the organs to tune themselves and helping your frequency to increase and things like that, and release the negative vibrations that have gotten stuck in them, on them, and around them. And so the way Reiki is actually working, it's actually coming and flowing through the practitioner. So a lot of times the practitioner, because we have control over how open or closed our chakras are, okay? And so a Reiki practitioner that regularly practices their skills, their crown chakra, they'd be able to open it, at a certain diameter. And so depending on, what the session is going to entail, they may have it open wide to allow a lot to flow in, or they may have it a little bit smaller to more streamline it and not have it coming rushing in. And see, that's one thing, like, the practitioner really needs to practice and get familiarized with the healing energy so that they know how to control and open, what size to have their crown chakra at. And so, as they're doing the face and they go over the body, basically what it's doing is just flushing it out. So like I was saying with acupuncture, when they put the needle in a certain spot on your body, that actually opens that area up so that the energy can flow out. Now, one thing that is a little bit different is that Reiki is not going to like force it open, which the needle can actually do, is kind of like more force it open. Some people need that forcing open, but sometimes you don't. And so what Reiki does is it flows to that area. And if it needs a little bit of time, then it's gentle. It doesn't just like force it open. Very similar to acupuncture, pressure, or in massage therapy, it's pressure, like the pressure points, where they're not like just massaging, but they're like, say if there's a knot, there's a certain technique that you have to use to loosen up the fascia and then actually get to the muscle and things like that, so that they can actually loosen that muscle. So that's a similar effect of Reiki. So if there's an energy block, Reiki's going to flow there, but it's not going to like force it open. And once your session is over, We also recommend that you drink a lot of water because we have moved a lot of stuff in your system and on a cellular level. It's not, I don't want to say that it's not spiritual, but it's not always just a spiritual thing that's going on with Reiki. It is actually helping on a cellular level as well to get, things flowing. Like we saw, a lot of the organs or chakras, they actually contribute to helping with the blood flow, blood cells, the heart. So they're helping, the circulation overall to get things from your toes to your head and from your head to your toes to your arm to your, different body parts. Okay, so just to wrap up, I don't want to make this video super long. Reiki just dissolves the energy block like acupressure and acupuncture, but without the equipment. With acupressure, I don't think you really have equipment, but the acupuncture, I know there's like the little needles that they utilize. But like I said, there's no equipment needed. Basically, the Reiki practitioner would just need either their Reiki table or a chair for you to sit in and relax. I'm actually going to be looking at some zero gravity chairs because I think that's a really cool thing. I don't know if you guys have sitting in zero gravity chairs, but they're really awesome. And having that as a tool for a person to sit in along with a weighted blanket, oh my gosh, you guys, like it would be the best thing. And like I said in previous videos, you can fall asleep. Like Reiki will knock you out so that you can be healed. Okay, so hopefully I have successfully answered your question about what is Reiki and how does it work. If you have any further questions, be sure to leave your questions below, and also hit that like button and share this content if you know somebody that is interested in learning Reiki or that just has some questions about Reiki before they actually make an appointment. Okay, guys, I will check you guys out on the next one. And that ends the topic today. This has been Alisia with the Energy Healing Channel. I'd like to leave a note with you. Every one of you is a hyperdimensional being. The power that you have is all the real power you'll ever need. Being half-hearted equates to seeking approval from an external God, religion, or system. Your body is the real Bugatti, but maintenance is long, long overdue, my friend. Once you know thyself, you will know all things.